traveling goats. So a lot's happened since I seen you the last time, and I am milking goats while I'm talking to you. So I am currently in Iowa. Last night I signed off with you guys. I was in Nebraska and there was storm clouds up ahead, and I was just gonna let the, sit there for milk the goats out and let the storms go by. And of course that took longer than expected. And so, I sat there a little longer than I should have, and then I found an Arby's on the map about, 20 minutes down. I thought, oh, I'll go there and get a sandwich and, let the storms go by. So went there and got a sandwich, and I'm sitting there in the truck and, gave it like another 20 minutes or so. And it was just still raining. I was tired. I was just like, I'm just going to bed. So I went to bed in a Walmart parking lot, somewhere just, on the west end of Omaha. So yeah, so then I woke up there at 4 in the morning Central Time, I guess. So it means I got 5 hours of sleep, which is pretty good for me. I typically don't sleep longer than 6 hours. So I got 5 and got up at 4 in the morning, and I drove up to Albert Lea, Minnesota. Of course, I had to feed the goats along the way, but I hadn't milked anybody yet. I was just trying to get up there and make my 9 o'clock delivery. All right, so this Abilene and Champ doe, her name is going to be Phoenix, and she's going to be staying here in Minnesota. And then I would have milked these 3 does out right then, but except for there's a huge storm on the way. So up there, I would have milked these 3 goats out right there. You gotta hold on, I gotta get some. Anyway, all right, so I had to get some of these wet wipes. I keep getting milk on my wrist, and it's nice to have these sitting here to just wipe it off real quick like. So anyway, Albert Lea, Minnesota. It's like I-35 and I-90 junction. They have rain coming in at the moment, big thunderstorm stuff, more in wind out in front of it. So I could have started milking there, and I probably would have got rained on, or who knows. But I just wanted to beat the storm, so I headed south, and now I am somewhere just north of Des Moines on I-35 in Iowa. And the wind is here, but the rain, I don't think it's going to rain down here, but it's absolutely windy. So I am hiding from the wind on the downwind side of the truck here, the trailer rather. And I'm milking out Molly here. There, now you're up to speed. Get all down my wrist. Molly, come on, girl. Up next is Daytona. There are some challenges with trying to find a spot to milk the goats out. So like the main problem when I pull into anywhere is the goats want food and they want water, and I need to pee most likely. You know, we've all been driving for hours, and unlike the goats, I don't normally just pee where I'm standing. I found that it's hard to keep a woman around if you do that. So I don't milk that much. My hands are hurting. I got kind of one hand to give it a rest. But so yeah, first thing is kind of like I need to pee, but I can't because the goats need fed and they need watered first, or they'll just stand outside and scream. So whenever I pull in, I try to find somewhere where you can park a truck and trailer, which is hard enough as it is. And then you're trying to find something kind of in the back or out of sight, out of mind. And you know, at the name brands like a Love's, that or a Pilot, that seems to be harder and harder to find. And yeah, first, you know, pull in, find a spot, and then it's kind of feed the goats while they're screaming. And then I'm feeding hay. You know, a little's getting on the ground, and you kind of wonder if, you know, if that's upsetting anybody or whatnot. And, you know, and then so you got to feed them before you water them, or you just get, because the water's by the doors, which is where it needs to be. But anyway, you get hay in the water if you do it the other way. So got to feed them, then water them, and then maybe I can, you know, and if you're getting gas, all this is going on right at the gas pumps. Clean the windshield, and then, you know, I'll look a little harder for a better place like this spot here behind me. I'm at the back of the lot. So, oh yeah, poop there, girl, there you go. So if I'm milking, I'll look for a better spot like this one. This spot here is a come and go. Anyway, so if I'm milking, I find a spot in the back. Other than that, I'm just kind of right there at the gas pumps, gas in, give the goats food, give the goats water, clean the windshield, move over, and, you know, move over carefully as to not spill the water while it's topped off for them. And then run in and use the bathroom, you know, myself. Get myself a coffee most of the time. And that's been the routine so far. Yeah, this Daytona, this is the last time I'm milking her, come to think of it. She's my next stop. Huh. It would be sad to see her go, I guess, but I won't be upset that I don't have to milk her no more. There you go. Oh. Come on, goat. Maisie and Molly. This is Maisie here, if you don't know. Maisie and Molly. Molly was the first one. I gotta milk them. They get out tomorrow in Tennessee. So, depending on, I'll have to milk them tonight, and depending on what time I can drop them off in the morning, you know, if I can get there by 11 or so a.m., I might just try to say, hey, here's your goats. You gotta milk them though. I don't know, we'll see. It probably won't work out because I spent too much time waiting on the rain last night. I am a couple hours behind when I stopped here. I think 6 hours to my next place there in Rolla, Missouri. Could be wrong on the time. So I'm gonna change into some shorts, I think. And, you know, probably go in here and maybe get a Subway sandwich. And, you know, I got, you know, there's just a bunch of stuff to do still. I have text messages to send, you know, so I'll probably be 2 hours behind or dang near when I leave. And then, being as it's a 6-hour drive, you know, there'll be other stops. So I don't know. My plan was to make it all the way to Arkansas tonight, and I don't know that I'll make it. I guess the point of that was if I don't make it to where I wanted to tonight, then I'll be late in Tennessee tomorrow, and I'll end up milking Molly and Maisie again tomorrow morning as well. But I guess that's the way it's got to be. I can tell that they're I can tell that that she's they're bagged up a little bit, because it's, I think it's like 11 o'clock Idaho or Iowa time, Central Time, and I milked them this morning at 8, or last night at 8, yesterday morning I think at about 9, but all that was Central Time. So me and the goats have made the shift from Arizona time to Central Time. It's a 2-hour difference, because Arizona does not do daylight savings time, because Arizona is just better than everywhere else as far as time zones are concerned. So yeah, I'm feeling a little better today. Got a solid 5 hours of sleep and whatever. Maybe I'm just getting used to the grind of this one. Feeling a little better though. But I got a long, I doubt I make it to Arkansas, which is disappointing. Come on, girl. Humidity. Believe it or not, I missed it. You know, in the great debate over humidity, or, you know, hot heat or dry heat or humidity, you know, because I've lived in both. Yeah, humidity's bad. When it's bad, it's bad. You know, when it's as thick as peanut butter, or whatever you want to say. When it's thick, it's bad. But that ain't all day, and that ain't forever, and it definitely ain't from May 1st to October 1st, and that's dry heat. It's 105 in Benson today, which probably means it's 111 in Tucson, which probably means Phoenix could be 118, probably, something crazy like that. That probably places in Arizona breaking 120, and that's just the norm. I know the news will get y'all gassed on a hot front, or, you know, a heat wave or whatever, but I mean, Phoenix is 110 every day for the whole summer. Tucson's 101, 104 every day for the whole summer. All, you know, at 8 a.m., 9 a.m., it's flirting with 100 degrees in those places. And at night, it's, you know, could still be in the 90s as a low. And that's the difference between the high heat, between the dry heat and the humidity. If you could imagine that, you know. And then when the rainy season comes, or what they call monsoon season out there, we get, you know, it rains. We get the humidity anyway, not 100%, but, you know, 70, 80% humidity. So, you know, 102 all day, and anyway, that is kind of an example. It'll get really hot, 100 plus degrees, and then the rain will come through, cool everything off. Then the sun will go out, come back out, and it'll get a little humid, but that cool it off, you get all the time back here. Yeah. All right, all done, Molly. Good goat. So these girls here have just destroyed their stall with Trixie and Daytona. We're having just like a 2-day fight back here. It's probably what kept me from getting a solid 3 hours the other night, was just them shaking the whole truck and trailer whenever they thud each other. But it got so bad, Trixie knocked Daytona's collar off, and I had to, it's in here somewhere, but I'll never find it, you know, until I get home or clean this thing out. So I had to take Trixie's collar off and put her on Daytona, and while I was doing it, I was there in the doorway, Trixie was just thudding her in the side, and so eventually I had to kind of like shove or dang near throw Trixie back and kind of put myself in between the two to get the collar on Daytona. I don't know what these two says. Even right now, they look like they're. This Trixie's not eating. She's just standing there sniffing that cardboard. I was using that cardboard box as a feeder tray, but these guys have destroyed theirs. And up here in the buckling pin. Oh, hi. Yeah. Hi, Tucker. So up here in the buckling pin, they're gonna let me show you. They too have destroyed their box. It's up there in the corner up there. Hi. 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 So these boys are just being rowdy. Hi. And this is the most vocalist goat I've ever seen. I mean, every time I stop, she's like this, screaming. Other than that, she's a sweetheart, but hey there, buddy. Man, it's a good looking goat, huh? They all are. But in here, their box still survives a little bit. I just put hay all over it just before I started milking, so they've already spread it all around and, you know, and done with it. Hi. Yes. Hi. Yeah. Climbing up the walls trying to get out of there, huh? So yeah, if you're wondering what Iowa looks like, a lot of it looks like this from what I've seen. And those are soybeans out there. So I grew up in a cornfield or a bean field, depending on the year. So that's how I know. Anyway, I am gonna put all this stuff away. Like I said, secure the truck, run inside, use the bathroom, and get a Subway sandwich, and that will go from there. It was a beautiful day. The sun beat down. I had the radio. I was driving. A little runaway. Was winning, or gonna win. Now this is here. All right, we're moving again. Arguably, I should have just let this go and just got behind it. This is gonna be chasing me for hours until I lose. We have outran the rain as of now, and we are about to go over the Mississippi River, or sorry, this thing's talking to my ear. We're about to go over the Missouri River here in Jefferson City, which is the capital of Missouri. You can already see the Capitol building right there. It looks like the biggest one. There is a cornfield. Woo! There is the Missouri River. Awesome. Somebody's compensating, huh? Needs this big livestock trailer. There's downtown Jefferson City, I believe. That's the Capitol building over there. Missouri State Capitol building, I bet you. Jefferson City's got nothing on downtown St. Louis. I've never been to downtown Kansas City. Maybe one of you in Kansas City will buy a goat one day and run down that dream for me, huh? That is still that wall of wind right there. That's the leading edge of that storm that's still chasing me. All right, so that was downtown Jefferson City, Missouri, the capital of Missouri. And we are 1 hour away from our next drop off.
At the light, turn left. Feet, turn right.
Yes, thank you. I think I see it. Little Boaz here is going to be living in Missouri, and so is Daytona. And I can already tell she's going to have a good life. She's got a good caretaker already, ain't that right? All right, girl. Bye. All right, I'm sure they're going to take good care of Daytona and little Boaz. The sun is starting to go down. I still have 3 hours to my next drop off. I just fed the goats, gave them some water. They've already drank most of it, but that's all they're getting right now because they're just going to dump it over. Now there is 4 in there. I gave them a new box because we were at the halfway point. And I bought extra boxes for the halfway point. And Trixie's, oh, really? You spit on me, girl? Molly. Yeah. Anyway, there's more room in there now. Trixie's nemesis is gone. So now it'll be interesting to see who Trixie starts fighting with. And look at that, Acacia's already messing with Daytona. You know, they've been in here for, I don't know, I think this is day 3, so they're already trying to establish a hierarchy. Then up here, the buckling herd is thinning out, and my next stop we get rid of 1 buckling. I'm not sure which one without looking at the paperwork, and 1 doeling. So it is thinning out. They're getting dropped off. It's 3 hours to the next place. So I am going to end the video here, which means I need to get back out and go over there and clip the camera. So I've been clipping it to that, you know, the crab handle, and that gets a good view, or at least a better view, and it's not as dangerous as me holding it. So I'll put that up there, and we'll get some footage of riding south out of Rolla, Missouri into the Ozarks. I've never been this way, so hopefully I get to see some of it before the sun goes down. And 3 hours to make it to where we need to be to drop off these 2 goats, and then we're in Arkansas. Who knows where we might stay? See y'all in the next one. Bye. US 63 south out of Rolla, Missouri. There's that gas station robbing our view again. There you go. Maybe hopefully that'll blow off and make it a little better.